the hottest ticket in South Tampa. FCW, Byron Saxton and Wade Barrett at ringside.
Wow, we are in line for a big, big show tonight, and it don't get much bigger than this opening matchup. This spills over from last week, of course.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 236 pounds, Johnny Curtis.
The way this whole thing started last week, Johnny Curtis taking on Joe Henning in that human cage lumberjack match. But Curtis took exception to one of those lumberjacks, Alberto Banderas.
Well, of course he took exception to him. Alberto Banderas getting his hands on Johnny Curtis when he didn't need to. Taking a cheap shot at Johnny Curtis. I'm not surprised he took exception, and it looks like Johnny Curtis is out here and means business.
Introducing his opponent, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 235 pounds, Alberto Banderas.
Well, perhaps Alberto was just at the wrong place at the wrong time in that human cage match. Regardless, Alberto wasn't going to back down and demanded this match with Johnny Curtis.
Well, that's a pretty unorthodox outfit that Alberto Banderas is wearing, and you have to say he's a very unorthodox individual, a wide array of lucha moves.
It's reminiscent of his lucha background, his Mexican background.
Well, I can't say I'm too fond of it, Saxton, but he's certainly a very good competitor here.
And, oh, yeah, very classy by Johnny Curtis, taking that outfit and tossing it outside the ring.
He's trying to help him, trying to give him some fashion advice. Maybe he needs to beat some sense into him first.
Johnny Curtis, of course, has been in a foul mood ever since last week. It was a great match against Joe Henning, but not the outcome.
Great match
that Johnny Curtis wanted.
By Alberto Banderas, and he's going to get punished in there tonight. You do not stick your nose in Johnny Curtis's business and get away with it.
Well, it remains to be seen if Alberto Banderas is going to be punished. Alberto, don't forget, Alberto Banderas comes with a great deal of experience and credit. I mean, in Mexico, he's a huge star. You know, the nephew of the legendary Mil Mascaras. You know, Alberto Banderas even at one time competed in mixed martial arts.
Well, he's a massive star down there in the slums and favelas of Mexico City. All those fans are tuning in as we speak on their clockwork radios, hoping to hear good news about their boy, but I think it's going to be very bleak.
Such a flattering picture you paint.
Well, it's the truth, Saxton. I've seen the Discovery Channel. I know how it is there. There's a lot of poor people. There's slums, favelas.
Well, whoever's watching and cheering on Alberto Banderas should be happy right now. Series of nice arm drags. Down goes Curtis.
Oh, this Banderas, he's got the balance and the poise of a man half his size, but he has the striking power of a heavyweight. Very, very unique competitor.
Speaking of unique, at one time, Banderas, the only mixed martial artist to compete with a mask on. Of course, to pay tribute to his lucha libre background. Did you know that, Wade?
No, I didn't know that. Why isn't he wearing a mask right now?
Because he has chosen to discard the mask and compete with his true identity. If that's okay with you.
I never trust a man in a mask, Saxton.
Oh! Never trust a man that kicks you that hard either.
Do you remember that Mr. FCW character? He wore a mask and I didn't like him either.
I miss him.
But look at this. Alberto Banderas going for that arm bar. That can break a man's arm in half. And Johnny Curtis wisely getting out to the outside.
Well, shades of that mixed martial arts background. I mean, you look at a guy like Alberto Banderas, his size, his skill set, and you almost think that we really haven't seen the best of Banderas yet.
Well, we're going to have to see the best of him tonight if he's going to beat Johnny Curtis. Johnny Curtis is one of those competitors. He's always on the cusp of that FCW heavyweight title scene.
Curtis on the cusp of injuring the back of Alberto Banderas. You saw him driving the lower back into the edge of the ring there. Wait a minute, here's a cover. Curtis now trying to add more pressure, driving the knee into the lower back, cranking back on the neck of Alberto Banderas simultaneously.
Well, he's certainly taking the steam out of Banderas with that one, that drive into the corner of the ring. does tremendous damage to a lower back. And let me see Alberto Banderas pull out some of them flashy lucha moves now.
Banderas tried to create an opening, but Curtis, not fancy, but effective.
I mean, you have to say, when it comes to strategies, Johnny Curtis may be the absolute best in FCW.
Arguably so. Arguably so. Johnny Curtis may be the best. I mean, we know Johnny Curtis has been in FCW since day one. Former tag team champion, has always been eluded by the Florida Heavyweight Championship. As he goes for a lot of press.
Well, if you want to be a global superstar, you really need to shine when you get your opportunity. And right now, Johnny Curtis is shining brighter than Orion's belt. Very impressive stuff from Curtis.
Brighter than Orion's belt, huh?
Have you heard of Orion's belt?
Yes, I am familiar.
It's a star constellation.
I thank you, Wade, for the astronomical explanation. Curtis, oh, nice agility by Alberto Banderas, landing on his feet.
There we have that balance and poise, but I think there was a meeting of the minds there.
Yeah, both men's heads crashing into each other. I'm not sure who got the worst of it.
Reins rattled both men down.
Alberto Banderas seems to be showing a little bit more movement than Johnny Curtis.
Well, the referee's count is going on. It looks like both men are going to be up, though, and they are. Who's going to capitalize?
Oh, so far it's Banderas.
Shaking those cobwebs off very quickly, and now it's Curtis who looks in real trouble.
Well, without a doubt, would be the greatest win of his career if Alberto Banderas can defeat Johnny Curtis here.
Well, remember, Curtis is only one Johnny kick away from the win.
Alberto, what's he doing here? Oh, went for that moonsault, landed on his feet. Nice German suplex, shoulders down on Curtis.
And very impressive bridge from Alberto Banderas, but it wasn't enough to beat Johnny Curtis. What else have you got, Banderas? This is your chance. Dig deep.
Banderas leaving it all out there. Yet the opportunist, that is Johnny Curtis, draping the neck of Alberto Banderas in the middle rope. What was he waiting for? Johnny
That's
kick!
that Johnny kick. This is it, Saxton. We've seen him beat everybody with this move.
Looks the leg. No. I'm not sure Johnny Curtis got the entire kick where he wanted it to hit Alberto Banderas.
Well, I cannot believe that Banderas managed to kick out of that. We've seen countless opponents go down to that move. What else can Johnny Curtis do to beat Alberto Banderas today? And he might not get a chance to beat him after that kick.
Enziguri to the head, and Alberto wins.
Here is your winner, Alberto Banderas.
Well, what an upset by Alberto Banderas. Take another look. That quick kick, that flying Enziguri. Johnny Curtis perched on the top rope. Meet the foot of Alberto Banderas and meet victory.
Wow, Banderas has shown me something extra here today. That was incredibly impressive.
Wow, all right, I'll tell you what's equally impressive. There's this whole controversy about Abraham Washington, his role, his status as the general manager of FCW. Well, I understand, in fact, I know that tonight Abraham Washington will have a statement regarding that topic. And
very interesting, Saxton. Let me stop you there. But more interestingly, Eli Cottonwood, Axana. We're going to find out more about that tonight. Something big is going on there. Something very strange.
Yeah, very strange to say the least, folks. We'll have updates on all those and more as FCW continues.